There weren't always stories in the world. There weren't always dances or songs. And there weren't lullabies on the first night nor morning songs. These all came later. And where would we be if we didn't have songs, dances, stories to help us find our way in times of light and lights out? Think about it. Here are you, I, balancing upon a ball of fire, wrapped in rock with cracks in it, wrapped with water and earth and air. It's spinning round at 1,000 miles per hour, and us not falling off or knowing which end is up. And we have pants, shoes, beer, for now. And on top of that, stories, dances, songs to help us find our footing. But there's a problem. The problem is that songs, stories, dances make a special kind of sense only if we know about the buttons. Not just any buttons, but the buttons in our story. You probably know that when you brush back the hair on a bear's belly, you can sometimes find a big button there. Not every time, of course. Everybody knows that. But 1 in 1,000 times. Squirrels are about 1 in 890. When you lift the feathers of a duck's stomach, you have one chance in 1,311 of finding a button. I can't be exact. When walking in the bush, you may see a bear sprawled out, sleeping, buttoned to a berry patch. In the city, you occasionally see squirrels buttoned to a branch. They sure unbutton quickly when you get close. They have a stomach muscle that they can undo and do up that button real fast. Ducks are slower and get angry when they have to quickly unbutton, quacking aloud as they paddle or flap away. Scientist friends tell me that they often discuss why and how these buttons came to be in the first place. And many agree that my story makes the most sense. It's not mine, really, just what I was given to share. It was a bear who gave me the story to share. It was at Fishing Creek in the Duck Mountains, September 7th, 1989, at bedtime. In the early days, long before humans existed, the Creator was drawing up the universe from nothing to wow, and would sometimes button the stars to the night sky. In those times, each creature was given at least one button. Donkeys had 3, but 2 of them were just for show. Shorelines could button themselves to ocean, lake, river. Trees would button herself to earth or button herself to a rain cloud overhead. In earliest times, at the beginning of day or evening, each would stop and button a while to one another, buttoning beyond their small world. Each knew they were attached to a world wondrous with many others. In the days beginning and ending, earth was awash with thanksgiving as each tethering a while with another. Together, all of the animally, watery earth made a kind of blanket sparkling with buttons echoing the night sky. But over time, the trees, the shorelines, bears, loons, whales, wolves, well, just about everyone was losing their buttons. Some got knocked off, others just fell off, or were stolen by raven or raccoon. For many, the buttons were becoming just a memory. Disappearing buttons and sadness and confusion everywhere. And had you been there, you would have heard the creatures complaining to the Creator. I'm pretty sure it sounded like this.
Thou Creator, thou mystery, thou love, once upon a time and time again, when we all had buttons and buttoned to neighbors far and near, it was like swinging on your smile. There were lovely buttons everywhere. But now, so many of us are unbuttoned. separated far from one another, and we feel distant from one another and from you. Thou, who with a bang drew us from nowhere to here, we were here with buttons, and then no buttons.
The Creator answered, and it sure was a slow answer. Maybe I made a mistake with the buttons.
But I didn't think the Creator of the universe could make mistakes, said a troubled duck-billed platypus.
Oh, yes, from time to time there can be mistakes. I must say I am sorry that I brought you alarm and sadness. Over time, with the bumps and rubs, buttons fall off. Buttons can't be the one and only reminder of the great bond of each to all.
After very quiet moments when many creatures were reaching for words, Sparrow spoke, trying to comfort the Creator and to tell her of her own gladness. I don't miss the buttons so much.
How come that? Frog was always curious.
Because the Creator didn't give me a button that falls off. I got a song.
I thought a song might...
Song? Oh, well, what's a song? Asked Wolf, and everyone.
Sparrow fluffed up her feathers. An explanation can do that. It's something we do at the end of each day for the little ones when they are needing to go to sleep. We have our song to gather up a bye-bye to the day and a hello to the nighttime dark, which can be a bit scary, or not. It's a kind of a blessing on the little ones and those nearby and the world around.
Black spruce where sparrows nested agreed. I've heard your songs in the day's end.
Oh, okay. Can you show us? Coyote spoke the question while the others leaned forward.
And sparrows sang a lullaby. And soon red willow, lake cedar, and all joined in. Brother sun is bedding down. Sister moon, she rides around. Dream we chicks the night away. Peace-filled sleep till rise of day. Into night may you gently ride. Swaying branches dip and rise. Trees' perfume will fill the air. Hold you in their grace and care. Sweet dreams, ye cedar and spruce. Safe journey, barren moose. Riding night into morning blessed. For each, for all, life-giving rest. Brother sun is bedding down. Sister Moon, she sails around. Dream we chicks the night away, peace-filled sleep till rise of day. Dream we chicks all night long, till peaceful sleep become morning song.
Beautiful, said River, Wolf, Rabbit, Bear, and said it all together. They really did.
But Blackbird and Meadowlark weren't so pleased. Hold on. How come we didn't get all the songs?
Good question. The Creator couldn't argue. And do you know what happened on that very day? Well, the Creator gave all creation songs. Each had their own song. Some had 3. And in the days that followed, if you were there, you could have heard all kinds and in every which way, songs and singing. It was the big stuff from the Creator. I mean, everyone was singing, and all the while, Creator was listening carefully, as the Creator must. And after days and days of listening, the Creator asked, "How goes the singing?"
Loon was eager to respond. "In the evening," said Loon, "we sing our songs, buttoning us to lake, trees, evening air. And it's really quite true. They button us, even to passing turtle or beaver."
Moose added his Moosian honesty. "Sometimes my song is a roaring, but usually it is more a humming, and I find myself turned to water weeds, water lilies, and the bush garden beyond."
Oh, songs aren't just for evening. Oh, no. Red-winged Blackbird was very sure. They are good for any time of day. Dawn, noon, night, they button us to the far horizon and to all that the horizon cradles. And the songs I'm giving help me know better what I know.
Rabbit, excited to be part of the singing, burst out. "Morning songs are my favorites, but you don't just sing 'em. Oh no, first you gotta be real still, breathing quietly. Then you sips the morning air with your eyes, heart, nose, sips, sips. Now my little ears are attached to my little feet. And when my ears hear morning sounds, lakes knocking on the shoreline door, or cousin woodpeckers tapping his spoon on the tree, wanting breakfast, my feet hears their drumming and goes to work on a song. Grasses rubbing, winds rise and fall, all say sing. Out of thanksgiving, first I sings to the Creator, then I sings to my little-eared self, and all around a to-do's kind of song. Listen. What do you see? Listen. What do you feel? Listen. What do you smell? You can't stay here if you don't listen well. Listen. How do you see? Listen. How do you hear? Listen. How do you smell? You can't go on if you don't listen well. Listen. Why do we see? Listen. Why do we hear? Listen. Why do we smell? We can't live together if we don't listen well. We can't live together if we don't listen well. We can't live together if we don't listen well.
Wolf howled because wolf can. A tuneful howling, and then wolf mused, the songs help us say our hoorays, but also our losses and our sorrows, and sometimes we sing the blues. No, they sing us into a new place where the blues become a lighter blue.
Hold on there. Have you heard the song I was given? Piped Heron. It's no song at all. It's a joke.
The forest couldn't keep silent either. How about mine, little frog? Has more of a song than me.
All I got is a tiny song, said Prairie Chicken. It ain't much, and I don't like it much.
Ah, sympathized the Creator. The songs don't work for you then.
Work? Yeah, muttered Pelican under his breath. Mine is a disaster.
Now, wanting to be helpful, Yellow-winged Blackbird suggested to Pelican and Heron, hey, maybe if you sang while balancing on a cattail, that works for me.
Yeah, said Heron. I tried that, but I kept falling off. Me and my lousy song.
Well, said the Creator, laughing, it's not you, Heron. Your little song is my clangor.
No, said Raven. You've done your best. It's not easy being a creator.
Well, confessed the Creator, I tried, and I do appreciate your sympathy, Raven. I am sorry. Some songs just aren't the bear's furry pajamas.
Not everybody understood what the Creator meant.
All that night, the Creator pondered away that Heron and others with a lesser voice might still have a wonderful song. In time, and it always takes time, doesn't it? The Creator did a retuning here, a retuning there, all around the watery, creaturely earth. Then all gathered again.
Heron, who didn't get much of a song, was amazed. Now my whole body sings songs through my bones. I call it a dance. My dancing is now my song. But I don't really dance. It dances me into the world.
Smiling, the Creator whispered to Heron, and the world dances through you, Heron.
Prairie Chicken could not but agree. My body sings when I dance my dances. Sometimes wind and I sing dances together in the grasses in the meadow. And we are lovely in our dancing, if I may say so.
Yes, the trees were delighted. My songs are my branches swaying, my trunk moving with the dancing winds.
And my waves are dances. How could lake not be excited? My waves rise and bend and bow to the waiting shoreland as the winds tune me to merry, angry, or sad.
Ah, duck was also waggle. Not only have I been an exquisite quacking song, which I believe is underappreciated, but I also have been given wings, flap, flap, flappers. With these I dance applause to the waters and the marsh and the airy earth.
The Creator wanted to hear more from the creatures. When you sing your songs and dance your dances, where do they take you?
Bear, of course, was the first to answer.
I think they lead us to see ourselves as little selves, wee selves, with kin everywhere.
And the creek rippled. Yes, we are buttoned together even without buttons, though them buttons are good as well.
And the dances, piped Heron, like the songs that we may not sing well on our own, with others we are raised up to singing, to dancing.
Rabbit laughed. Ha ha ha! Sometimes I get the dances in me, too.
At this moment, all the creatures joined in a song and a dance. That exact dance we no longer know, and we lost the song. But we still have the story.
And you must know, for surely you do, that this was the very day the Creator not only spoke of delight, but spoke a warning. You beauties all, each in your own way, sound forth your watery, animally earthiness. I love you all. You are dancing choristers. You are choirs of creation. Let no one dare destroy or harm you, for you are all my joy, and your harming is my harming.
It was long after this that the Creator teased forth human beings, and they too were given songs and dances that whispered about the great bond of each to all. Sometimes, as you know because you have been inside this story, sometimes the Creator's creations don't turn out so good. So again and again, and this is important, the Creator seeks the mending of the broken, the healing of the wounds, and this making well with the love labors of the creatures themselves. By the way, have you noticed that while walking shorelines of creeks, lakes, oceans, how sandpipers, coyotes, tailless ones like ourselves, can be seen with their heads down, looking for buttons? And why do you suppose that so many people take delight in an old jar of buttons? Buttons, the great pleasure of bear or squirrel, blueberry bush or duck. And might this very story be like one of those buttons? And this going home song.
If you happen to live by a river, then you're buttoned down tight to the land. As the seasons change, you're like a weather vane. Nature holds you in the palm of her hand. Oh yes, Mother holds you in the palm of her hand. And if you happen to live on a mountain, there's a view that goes on for days. And with each sunrise, as you open your eyes, you want to get down on your knees and pray. Oh yes, you want to get down on your knees and pray. And if you happen to live by the ocean, where the waves whisper tales of the sea, Every night in your sleep calls a voice from the deep. My dear children, you once came from me. Oh, yes. My dear children, you once came from me. And since we happen to live on this planet, since we happen to call Earth home, there's a sacred trust that's been given to us, and we carry it deep in our bones. Oh yes, we carry it deep in our bones. Great. Bravo.
The next show will be at midnight.
Thanks for coming. Go with a blessed unrest.